This shows you as heavy as I was.
How light are you?
About 280.
18+% of our children right now are obese.
If you go with the flow in America today, you will end up overweight or obese, as 2/3 of Americans do.
I don't want to be fat for the rest of my life. I've got diabetes,
Sleep apnea.
high blood pressure.
I get dizzy when I get up.
Everything's hurting now.
If we don't now take this as a really serious, urgent national priority, we are, all of us individually and as a nation, going to pay a really serious price.
You don't see that every day. Something. This building is being removed because when the 28th Avenue connector is built and finished, this area will be a prime area for development. This connector will have a bike path, walking path, plants and trees, and will also have public art, helping to create an environment where people are in a position to walk more, to run more, and to bike more.
It is a very huge challenge when you're just sitting at a desk all day to get up and do something.
People drive everywhere. I'd love to have sidewalks. Right now I walk on the shoulder and it's, it's kind of a crapshoot.
We have 2 teenage sons, and keeping junk food out of the house is always difficult.
I don't have a vehicle right now, and there was nothing in my vicinity within 5 miles for me to go and get food, fresh food.
You can see 100-pound kindergartners, you're going to understand that we need to change this.
There's diabetes, there's hypertension, there's cancer, heart disease. There's something that needs to be stopped. There's a cycle that needs to be stopped.
The weight of the nation is not healthy. All of us have to be part of the solution to reduce obesity in this country. Otherwise, we're going to be faced with steadily increasing healthcare costs and the lives that are lost from cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and other problems.
We were using data to track the changes in obesity and used maps of the states that showed the changes over time. As we go forward, the country begins to transform from having no state with a prevalence of over 15% to this very dramatic increase, such that 12 states now have a prevalence of greater than 30%. The issue of obesity is not solely an issue of personal responsibility. It's an issue of the way we live. It's the way our communities are designed. It's the policies that promote those designs. And one of the challenges that government has is to play a role in fostering the development of those healthy choices.
Our state is ranked second, tied with Alabama, as the most obese state in the country. Tennessee also has the nation's 4th highest rate of overweight youth. Here in Nashville, the adult obesity rate is 30%. This has reached the level of a crisis.
The Centers for Disease Control is the nation's prevention agency. We not only monitor what's happening, but we monitor programs to try to address the health problems that we face. We support state and local governments and communities in their efforts to address obesity. We identified through a competitive process several dozen communities around the country that were interested and willing in taking dramatic action to try to reduce obesity.
The grant we received through the CDC couldn't have come at a more opportune time, because this city is really focusing on creating the atmosphere of a walkable, bikeable city. And so this gives us the opportunity to confront obesity. You're accomplishing the goal of getting people more active, but you're also accomplishing the goal of making the city a more desirable place to work, to visit, to live.
Nashville is a microcosm of the bigger issues that are happening around the country, and we're doing something about it.
Interesting things about this, the red spots in this particular map are where the highest rates of poverty are. You certainly see a correlation between poverty levels and high health risk areas in the city.
In this area, almost 1 out of every 3 children is considered to be overweight or obese.
We need to do what it takes to stop the epidemic and get people healthier. We've got this great opportunity to try and create conditions where healthy choices are easy choices.
We know that to be healthier, we need to eat better and we need to exercise more. And then how you make that part of a city is really the challenge.
One thing we're doing is to establish healthy corner stores around the food deserts of Nashville. These are places where we've found food stores that right now don't carry a lot of fresh produce, whole grain bread, or low-fat dairy. And so we're working to try and set up a supply chain where the healthy foods can be offered affordably by these corner stores. This is one strategy to try and get more healthy food in places where oftentimes it's a lot easier to just get a bag of Cheetos for dinner.
The mobile market was an idea that kind of came through free student-run clinic in East Nashville. I'm a second-year med student, and we had a bunch of patients who would come in, obese, suffering from hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, and we would tell them to eat healthier, and the first thing they would say was, "That's nice, but I can't get it." So I figured, hey, get groceries, put it on a truck, and just kind of take it around to their neighborhoods.
Apples. Did you orange? Look at this right here, green beans, look at these cucumbers. I love the mobile market.
Our first day that we launched, we had a line out the back of the door, so I think that was probably the best feeling for me that I've had was that first day, that knowing that we partnered with the community and this is something that they want as well.
This is gonna be a lifesaver all the way around this neighborhood.
Right now, this is about the only way we can get fresh fruits and vegetables, so I'm promoting it.
What is striking about obesity is how many factors within the environment affect obesity, both with respect to the food supply, activity, and physical inactivity.
Hey guys. Yes. Hey man. Morning. Morning. How's it going?
Good.
How's the project looking?
We're right on schedule. Things are looking good.
That's good. Yeah, so when we finish this project, we're gonna move on to the Charlotte Avenue project, which is gonna be probably about a 3-mile bike lane and short use bike route. This particular map shows some of the things that we've done and that we're doing from a biking standpoint. The blue lines show where there are actually bike lanes in the city. If you go back 10 years, we had roughly 7 miles. And now we're up to 130 miles. These solid green lines show where our actual greenways are. So this is the off-road stuff where people can use them for transportation, they can use them for recreation, to bike back and forth throughout the city.
Yeah, and the CDC is also helping us with our bike program so that people can take the bikes for free, use our greenways and parks to enjoy them.
This is the first bikeway of this extent that we've implemented. And you're talking about a 26-mile stretch that connects Percy Wanda to Percy Priest. This is going to be a major addition to our bike program for the city of Nashville. We're kind of excited about it.
We've gone from focusing almost exclusively on auto vehicle traffic to a lot more focus on sidewalks and bikeways and more pedestrian-friendly ways to get around.
We've designed communities that make us car dependent and make walking impossible. The way our communities are designed has helped foster inactivity, which has contributed to obesity as well as multiple other health problems. And the solutions to this problem are changing communities to promote increased physical activity.
One of the things that we've really spent a lot of time focusing on is sidewalks. The orange areas on this map, we need to build sidewalks in these places. These are areas where parks are, where schools are, where community centers are. From 1963 on towards the late 1990s, there was no zoning requirement that required developers to build sidewalks. And now we're trying to dig out of 4 decades of not doing anything. And in my world, I've studied urban planning. There's sort of been a convergence to understanding that what they do, what they build, what they design has an impact on people's livelihood and people's health. But we're saying that now's the time to address this.
My neighbor and I always wanted to do some walking, but of course you're in the street. Nobody wants to be in the street, and people are flying up and down the street, so we just felt like it'd be safer not to. I think we'll see more people getting out and exercising. I just think it'll be wonderful, especially if they put it all around the whole block. It would be great.
In 2003, there was the first strategic plan for sidewalks and bikeways for the city. When Mayor Dean got elected in 2007, he said, let's update that plan. Let's spend more money on sidewalks. This year alone, Mayor Dean's budget was $13 million.
As a city, I think it's appropriate for us to be supportive of efforts to improve the health of our citizens, and particularly our kids. I do believe that it's a proper function of government, and it doesn't at all negate the personal responsibility of individuals. And this is a bridge. Just 6 or 7 years ago, it was converted into this beautiful pedestrian bridge.
In the mornings and evenings, you see a ton of people with briefcases and their work clothes on, and you know they're really using this as a sort of a commuter route. It's over half a mile long. So walking back and forth on this bridge gets you, more than a mile of a walk in a day.
It is wonderful that the government is saying, yes, we need healthy citizens, and that they're willing to put money into parks, and they're willing to put money into getting us the information, but we also have to come, and it's us that has to do it.
I'm tired of having a hard time when I bend over to tie my shoes, breathing. I have a really great greenway near me, so we all go. We're up to 3 miles. We do it as a family, me, my husband, and my daughter.
I don't think the issue of obesity or the health of citizens was much discussed when I first ran for mayor in the campaign, whereas now I think it is one of the top 5 or 6 issues that people in Nashville are thinking about.
Well, the mayor sets the pace for the city. And because the mayor has made it a priority to get Nashville healthy and be more productive in what we do, we've taken on that same challenge. 50% of all firefighters killed or die in the line of duty die as a result of heart disease, heart attacks. I think it's made a big difference in our department.
And it's a win-win because of public perception. That way they see us out exercising, they can see that the fire department's trying to take care of themselves and be there for them. A healthy fireman shows up, you know they're going to take care of you. Several of our firefighters are marathoners now too, as a result of some of this grant money and the initiative that we put out there through the peer fitness program. So Saturday's the marathon and we have several folks doing that. So it's catching on.
We have to invest in quality of life. People want to live in a city that's healthy, that's clean, that's walkable and bikeable, that's full of places they can exercise and enjoy fresh air. We can create communities that make living a healthy lifestyle the easy choice. We are working with schools, churches, and neighborhood associations to establish more community gardens throughout the city. And I'm using the bully pulpit of my office to bring a greater level of attention to the need for all of us, to get active and to eat better. This spring, I launched a citywide health challenge called Walk 100 Miles with the Mayor, and it's not too late to sign up. We're asking all Nashvillians to walk 100 miles between now and July 9th.
I was just really touched when I saw the email coming from the mayor encouraging us to participate.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being out here.
Getting together tonight for another walk with the mayor as part of his wellness and fitness initiative, and here to have some fun.
I want you all to walk 100 miles with us between now and July. Get your friends, get your families to do it. We have well over 3,000 people who have signed up, and we want more. We're going to see this whole city before we're done. Let's go! You like to walk?
Yes, sir.
You in shape? You eat healthy?
Yes, sir.
You like broccoli?
Yes.
You like fruit?
Yes. Love it.
That's good.
As long as we continue to focus on this problem as a problem of personal responsibility, we're not going to succeed in making the changes in the environment that are going to reverse this epidemic.
We're just walking for exercise. You want to join us? Come on.
We want people to make the appropriate choices. They have to have appropriate choices to make. We have to address the nutritional issues in this country, and we have to address the barriers to physical activity. That suggests that the federal government has to play a role in the prevention and control of obesity.
I'm walking to lose weight and get my exercise in. And I've actually never walked outside until the mayor started doing this challenge.
What's your name? Janani? That's a pretty name. I know this isn't going to solve the problem or turn it all around, but what it does is it puts attention on the issue, it galvanizes the public to fight obesity, to make sure that we create a world where our children, our citizens, have an opportunity to live long, healthy lives.
We are seeing changes. They're not quick, but they're happening, and they are going to help control the weight of the nation.
Good job.